While I'm waiting on this, let's see. And I know I'm early. I'm always early. How was everyone's week? Week has been good. Any revelations since the resurrection event? They happen quite rapidly. I'd love to hear about it. I know you don't usually go on Hot Seat. If you'd like Hot Seat, you can let me know. We're just going to give everybody a few minutes to join. But if not, if you can make a post about it, that would be perfect. I think you already made a post, but I don't know if anything's happened since then. I have been busy since then. Not only working on some things, but getting that success story video done, as well as I'm I got half of the new self-concept guide done. The new self-concept guide is going to be longer and deeper than the last one, and I've got half of it done so far. And I'm very proud of it so far. But yeah, I'm finishing that and finishing up a few things that I'm going to be announcing publicly within the next week. Um, those of you that were in the resurrection event already know a little bit about it. You already know that the offer that I presented during that, it's going to change for the public. So the public is not going to get what you guys got. So that's what I'm working on. I'll be working on that all day tomorrow. And then I will be announcing it to everyone publicly that didn't attend the event, that didn't attend or watch the replays, I should say. Hey, Ashley. We are about to get things started. I will give this another few minutes here because I know it's now 8:01 my time. So I already asked Jaden this, but others that joined, how was your week since the resurrection event? How has your week been? And those that are joining, I have to keep putting this into Zoom, but we are using the school chat, sorry, the school post as the chat for Zoom, I should say. And those of you that are watching on YouTube, if I've got anybody watching me on YouTube, I don't even know. I put a pinned post If you would like hot seat coaching or to ask questions once I start everything, you can join my school community and you will be called up after we get through people that um, are already here and would like hot seat coaching and stuff. Summer just landed here, sitting outside. It's so hot out. Really, it was, I don't know. I'm trying to, let me check my weather real quick. It was cool here. Like it's 67 here right now. Um, Last night it was really cool and I loved it. Like I sleep a lot better when it's cool outside. I don't like the cold, but like it when it's cool, like 60s, 70s. The event felt really transformative. The week after had some moments where I felt focused and in it, but also some heavy dips. I did okay not staying there and making it mean anything about my decision. Yeah, that's all it is just staying there, right? Staying there and knowing that that's not who you are anymore, right? And I do see more people joining on YouTube. If you are joining me on YouTube and you would like to be hot seat coached or you have questions that you want me to answer, you can check the pinned comment and join the school community. And we are doing all of that over there. Okay. I'm streaming from Zoom to YouTube. So I do see the YouTube chat, but I will not be answering questions or coaching anyone from YouTube. You would need to join the school, please. It's going to be a minute before it gets hot where I'm at. Yeah, Trina, aren't you up north? You're up in the Northeast, right? I know I have people from all over. It's not just in the US. Like, um, during the event, there was some people that were, I think, 12 hours ahead, time zone wise, or 10 hours ahead. It was craziness, but they still showed up for themselves, and I love that. I wonder if I can make the YouTube even smaller. Let's see, because I want to focus here, but I also kind of want to see, I want to be nosy. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm so used to three screens and I'm down to two right now because one of them kind of kicked the bucket, but it's okay. Um, so I'm kind of dealing with moving things around and whatnot. If those of you that are on YouTube, if you guys can hear me, say hi in the chat, please. On YouTube, I do see the chat. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me and it's streaming okay. Right. Yeah, I will be here even after hot seats, Jennifer, if you don't want hot seat. Um, if you do, you are more than welcome. And Ashley, you said that you want hot seat maybe? Is that a yes or just a maybe? I don't know why, but I have that song in my head now. Call me maybe. Girl, stop being camera shy. Why? Everybody loves you. Tell her so she'll come on here. You guys tell her. Like everybody loves you. This one hair is driving me nuts. Like this one piece of my hair like so likes to be all crazy. Those of you on YouTube, if you can hear me, say hi in the chat or say yes, I can hear you if you don't mind. Your comment, chasing flying messages like a caffeinated squirrel. Okay, guys. Does anyone on the Alchemists want hot seat coaching? Yes, yes. You do? Okay, perfect. Are you ready? Let me find you. And let me take my screen to where it is multi-speaker, because I believe that helps on the side by side. Are you ready, girl?
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. My neighbors are throwing a pool party, so there's like some noise and stuff going on. But so anyways. Um yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about like the process of when the old identity comes in and tries to erupt the new thing you've got going on. And like I mentioned, I feel like I've done that pretty successfully, but then it's almost like there's this identity within me that's like used to waiting, that kind of feels like in waiting energy. And I know that's not ideal. So I was just wondering if you had like any tips for that. Because um I think things just kind of like go through their own bridge or take however long they take. Like in the past, I've tried affirming, like, oh, I manifest so quickly, I manifest instantly, all this stuff. And it always kind of backfired for me, to be honest. I felt like it was putting a lot of pressure on myself. And I haven't
Mm-hmm.
manifested things instantly, but usually they were things that did not have a lot of momentum behind them in the other direction, you know?
What do you mean momentum in the other direction?
I mean, like, I hadn't spent like 2 years or 10 years thinking this story that feels really crappy. You know, that's
And
momentum
and
built.
who says it's been 2 years or 2 days?
I guess the part of me that believes in time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's the thing is when you're saying you're in a waiting mentality, it's because you're still adapting that there is a time, right? But we know based on all evidence that time doesn't actually exist.
Hmm.
All realities are going on right now. All times are going on right now. It's whatever is prominent in your awareness,
Hmm.
right? So if you keep focusing and are aware of it's been 2 years, right? Where is it? It's you're going to continue to be in that identity of it's been 2 years. Where is it? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm like, I practice like mindfulness and being present and just like, okay, now, like imagine like my soul just dropped into my body on earth now, and I'm looking
Yeah.
around like, oh, all this is new. Cool, cool. Here I am. Cool. And that's kind of fun sometimes, but I think like just that old part kicks in sometimes where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm still dealing with this. So I don't know.
Hmm.
It just gets me down.
And
Um,
that's the undesired identity that in the event that we did, what did we do on day two?
we recognize the patterns, the checking, the analyzing, the how do you kind of come in and sabotage yourself stuff.
Right, but also we did what? We said farewell to that.
We said farewell. Yeah.
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 So think of these thoughts like you keep thinking, these thoughts of it's been 2 years, it creeps back in, stuff like that. That's normal
Mm-hmm.
because this version of you, this version of of reality and awareness, it likes the attention, right? It's had the attention for however long, right? And even though time doesn't exist, it's still something that wants the spotlight, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, but you've loved me. You've wanted me. That's why you emphasize it so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you put your focus on it, whether that's good or bad focus, it doesn't matter. It's
Mm-hmm.
still attention. It's kind of like bad publicity is still good publicity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's still attention, right? And attention is the currency, right? So every time you're paying attention to it, you're giving it more money. So why would it go away if you're giving it money,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? You got to stop giving it the currency. The currency is your attention. So how
Okay.
I like to think of it, when I've had those negative self-talk, the negative thoughts, right? Everybody has it. We're human, of course, right? So the undesired identity, who you used to be, the patterns, all of that sort of stuff will show back up,
Mm-hmm.
right? I like to think of it as a toddler throwing a temper tantrum, right? Like let's say that you're in a store, you're doing your thing, and all of a sudden a toddler is throwing themselves out in the middle of an aisle, having a temper tantrum, right? You'll notice it, yes. But
Mm-hmm.
what do? You just go on about your day,
Yeah.
right? Because it's just a toddler, right? It's not your problem,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Not my monkeys, not my circus, whatever it is, right? That's for them to take care of.
Okay.
So that's kind of like how I like to look at it. And I've had other people tell me, well, I don't have kids, so I can't really relate to that. No problem. So think of it as anything really. You could think of it as you're at a doctor's appointment and you're waiting to be called in, and let's say your phone just died because
Mm-hmm.
everybody's in their phones, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
are you doing to pass time? You're probably like reading a magazine, you're probably doing whatever. And let's say they're playing something on the TV that you hate,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you sit there, like everybody's different, but do you sit there and focus on, oh my God, why are they playing this? I hate this so much. That's just going to ruin the time that you're waiting and it's going to take longer. Or do you just ignore it?
Yeah. Yeah. I ignore it.
Right. So this is the same thing. When those patterns come up, when the thoughts come up of, I'm not good enough, it's been 2 years. Um, why isn't it here? I'm this, I'm that, whatever it is that you no longer prefer, right? You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be this person anymore. Great. Think of it like that. It's just the background noise. It is just the TV playing what you don't want to hear, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's it's the toddler throwing themselves out in the middle of the grocery store. I had a client once that loved pandas. So I used to say, think of it like a baby panda throwing a temper tantrum. It's
Mm.
cute, it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
You might laugh at it, but then you move on.
Yeah. Okay. That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So is there any other questions? Do you have here's what I want to ask you because I know that you attended the 3-day event. What is your feedback on that event?
I thought it was very well prepared. It was very organized, and um, I felt like there was enough time in between day one, two, and three to like assimilate the information. It would have been so like overwhelming probably if it was all in one day. Because I feel like we need time to integrate stuff. But yeah, I thought it was really thorough. It was really good. And
Okay.
it was simple, but like not like to, how do I say it? Um, it was simple in a really good way. Like we don't need to make things as complicated as we've been making them. So I
It's
appreciate
it's
that.
it's so simple that we want to overcomplicate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I was feeling about it. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And I feel like that and like it came at the right time. And I've just had like some like little nuggets or like insights recently for myself because I think different like things click for different people. And like you're like, oh, that's the analogy I need, and someone else needs this other analogy. But I feel like I've just been realizing I spent a long time like trying to uncover the truth, like even from back in my teenage years. Like I minored in religious studies just because I wanted to prove that Christianity was true. And I had been a church kid, and that was
Yeah.
where I was at back then, And I was like, okay, I'm gonna like do all this research. And I didn't come out proving that, but still that part has like really stuck with me. And I really wanted to have some kind of like Moses and the burning bush experience on a mountain that would be like, oh, you're God. Like you can stop trying to like figure everything out. And I don't know, but I just something clicked recently and I was like, no, I actually can just accept that, because it feels
Hmm.
right to me intuitively. And I've proven it in small to medium ways, I would say. And just at the end of the day, I think there's validity in accepting like a belief system or a framework for the simple reason that it makes your life better, that it improves the quality of your life. And I was like, people like convert to specific religions all the time, and they actually can't prove it. And even if someone was in their face saying, oh, this is not true because of this, this, and that, they still would be like, well, I don't care because it benefits me and I feel good like having this faith, this practice. So I realized like I could put that identity of the truth seeker to rest. So
Right. And if you notice, I translate everything that I am educated on,
mhm,
right? Of course, I'm not educated on every religion that's out there,
mhm.
but I've had clients that came to me that were in different religions that I don't cover, and they're like, "Oh, what you just said makes sense because in my book it says this, in my
Yeah,
religion it says that." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm glad that you're connecting the dots." Right?
yeah,
It's literally in every religion. I have not met one person that when I start explaining things and the analogies that I give, and some people make fun of my analogies. I don't care because it's like you said, there's going to be one person that needs
yeah,
it. And that's what happens is they relate it to them, right? Their experience, their beliefs, their religions. And what you said about the burning bush is it's like this. That's what most people think enlightenment is. That's what most people think, coming to God or knowing yourself as God or, having an ego death, whatever you want to label it as. They view it as this grandiose thing, but it's not that way for everyone.
yeah,
Some people that happens to, yes. Other people, I mean, Eckhart Tolle had his sitting on a park bench,
yeah.
right?
Enlightenment's such an interesting concept because like someone could be enlightened by, the criteria that we give for that typically, right? But that doesn't always mean that they know how to like manifest the things they want in life, you know? It's really interesting to see things that way. Um, because like non-dualism, enlightenment, it comes from India and that part of the world. And, you have to look at like the context of where it came about, like within a caste system. A lot of people thought desires were bad, that they caused suffering. Well, why would you think that? Because you would think, well, if I'm desiring something, it means I can't have it, or, I can't have it in this lifestyle or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like just because someone is enlightened, it doesn't necessarily mean you want to follow them or that they know how to help you make your life better.
But are they truly enlightened if
That's
they're
what
saying
I'm
that
saying.
other people, right? So you have to look at it through a different lens of I've known people that weren't religious at all that were more enlightened than a Buddhist monk,
hmm
right? It's not how much discipline you've gone through or how much studying of scriptures you've gone through or whatever shaman blessed you or none of those things matter, right? It's truly knowing yourself as source and knowing that everyone outside of you is source as well. So why wouldn't they be allowed to have what they desire?
Yeah.
The ones that try to say that, I'll be honest with you, they're still in the mindset of scarcity. The reason why they're saying that, like, oh, you shouldn't want these things, that's bad, that's a sin, blah, 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 right? Or that you shouldn't say that you're God or the universe or spirit or anything else because that's a sin,
hmm
is because they fully haven't accepted that they are the source. They haven't fully accepted that everything is abundant and they believe in scarcity. So they believe if you think that you can have what they have, they're not going to have it anymore.
hmm hmm
Right. So
Yeah.
that's where you have to figure out, like, because I've known some very enlightened and aware people of all walks of life,
Yeah.
right? I've known people that were diehard Christians that read their Bible every single day, and they were more enlightened than, like I said, like these shamans and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's almost like party tricks. I don't know. Like if you see someone, they're like, oh, they can levitate off the ground. Like they must be, they must have life figured out. But no, not necessarily.
They
Maybe.
figured out how to levitate. That's great.
Exactly. Yeah.
They figured out how to open that part of their brain.
Yeah.
On a scientific standpoint, that's what happened, is because we only use a certain percentage of our brain. So they just tapped into a different percentage. That's all,
hmm hmm
right? Um, but yes, with what you're talking about, like you have to realize that you are the guru. No one outside of you can tell you what you should experience and how you should experience it.
Yeah. I think that's been the hardest part to accept, I guess because myself and most people were trained from a young age like oh like you have to go to someone outside of you like your teacher or your neighbor who knows more than you when you're a kid or your doctor or your parents so um it's one of those things that sounds exciting like oh I'm source like I really can be my own sovereign authority but then
Mhm.
on the day to day, it's like kind of going into a trance sometimes of like, oh, I really wish someone would tell me like what to do, or I really wish I could have like a sign, even though I know that I'm the one who generates the signs at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's part of the illusion. This is the illusion that God, universe, reality, whatever you resonate with, created.
hmm
Because I've said this before, the I am is pure love consciousness, right? It's there, and it's so hard to explain because it's not the human version of love. I'll be honest with you, the human version of love is toxic. It's not what love actually is,
Yeah.
right? Um, the I am is pure love consciousness. It just is. And it's so hard to explain until you experience it. But there is no duality, right? Like we experience in this reality. The reason why there's duality in this reality is so that consciousness could experience itself,
hmm
right? That's why without light, you wouldn't even know what darkness is, right? Without love, you wouldn't know what fear is because fear is the opposite of love, not hate. Fear is a byproduct of sorry, hate is a byproduct of fear.
hmm
Um, literally everything in this reality exists so that you can know it. Because again, you wouldn't know what hot is without cold.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to have that duality to know itself.
Yeah. I think a lot of us just get stuck in the negative side, or and it's not really negative, but the unpreferred, what we don't prefer, right? Um, and just, yeah, I guess it just goes back to what we started with, just sticking with the decision and just treating the unpreferred just kind of like that toddler or that, whatever, and it's okay.
Background noise. The
Yeah.
Kardashians are on. I don't care about the Kardashians, so they
Yeah.
can just do them.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just playing right now. But
Yeah.
um my point is like with this event, the way that I did it was so that way you could see each step. And yeah, I thought about doing it in one day like the last one.
Hmm.
But it's like you said, if I had done a 3 hour event for one day and just taught all pieces of it in one day, would you have been able to absorb it?
No, it wouldn't have landed the same. No,
Right.
for me.
And after I get done with my self-concept guide, because that's next, is me redoing that. That's why it's taken off of my site right now because I don't want the old one out there anymore. I want the new one out there. Um, After I get done with that, I'm going to be working on the next event inside the Alchemist. And I mentioned you guys want love, so that's what I'm going to do. Let me ask you, and let me ask the other people here that attended. Do you guys like the 3 day structure, or should we do a 5 day structure? I don't know. I think 5 days might be too much.
I think three is perfect. We could do five, but I don't know about like every day, like consecutively. Like if it was five, I feel like there would need to be like a 2-day break or something.
I can't do that. So
Yeah. I think three.
we need the momentum.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think three is good. I think
okay,
it's really good.
because I'm going to start developing that now, like the outline, the lesson plan, that sort of thing. Um, I probably won't start doing the deck until later, but yeah, that's going to be in the plans next. That will probably be end of June, probably end of June.
Okay.
So you guys know. But yeah, with the event, you said that, this was good, the structure was good. Any other feedback?
Um, Gosh, I really can't think of anything. Um, I don't know. I always like examples. So if there's ever an opportunity to just come up with more examples for application, whether that's with someone like in the group or just an imaginary character who's like, this is Todd and he's going about his day, he's got his new identity, and then this happens. And this is what's going on in Todd's inner world while it happens. And this is how he stays aligned. I mean, it might sound obvious, but I think it's helpful to have those
I
examples.
I can try. The only issue with that is I've done that before in coaching, but it's always personal, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to construct like an example that could work for everyone.
Hmm.
So that's why I use analogies and stuff like that because that's a little bit more universal. Whereas if I said, oh, this is Sally, and Sally went through this, and Sally did this, not everybody's going to relate to Sally.
Yeah. I think it's just, I see, I don't know how to capture this. This is why coaching is really challenging sometimes, probably, I would think, because sometimes you're trying to explain something that you're doing in your inner world that doesn't always have words, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's so second nature to you as the coach or the more experienced person that it's like, oh, well, I just do it, It'd be like someone asking me like, how do you swim? And I'm like, I don't know. So
Here's a better example. Someone that do you have an inner dialogue? I should ask that first. Or inner monologue. Like, do you
uh
hear your thoughts? If you don't, it's okay.
sometimes I think so. I don't believe that whole like 70,000 or whatever thoughts a day thing. If that is happening, it must be all unconscious.
Oh, that
But
happens to me.
you have
And
that
see
many
that
thoughts a day?
Oh yeah, it's
Really?
nonstop. Like right now, while I'm talking to you, this is why I'm
Yeah.
looking anywhere and everywhere. And those of you that are neurodivergent will understand what I'm saying with this. I stim. So what you don't see is off camera is I have two tubes of lip gloss, and I'm over here like while you're
Yeah.
talking so I can focus. I'm over
Yeah.
here well so I can focus. These are my fidget spinners, okay? Um but it's so I can focus on you because if I don't, I've got like 20 other tabs open and
Yeah.
two are playing music,
Yeah.
literally like nonstop. So that's what I do to focus. So yes, I probably have way over 7,000 thoughts a day.
Okay. Okay.
And see, that's my point. So I have an inner monologue, right? I hear my own thoughts. I hear like what's coming out of my mouth in my head talking
Oh,
to me.
okay. That helps me understand. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Not everybody has that.
I
So how could I explain that to somebody else that doesn't experience that, right? You
that.
can't because they don't experience it. It's kind of like I have aphantasia. I don't visualize. I don't see thoughts.
Hmm.
So when someone tells me to visualize, it's like, how do I do that? I've never done that before.
Hmm.
My entire life. Now, when I dream, it's extremely vivid. It feels real. It feels like I sometimes I feel things like let's say I'm
Yeah.
picking up a cheeseburger and I'm eating it. I feel the cheeseburger. I taste the cheeseburger, right?
Yeah.
But when I wake up, I realize, oh, there was no cheeseburger,
Mhm. Got.
right? That's how vivid it is, but it's like real life. It's not
Yeah.
like a movie playing. And
Yeah.
some people their dreams are like a movie playing. They're watching
Yeah.
it, right?
Hmm.
So I've had people tell me when they visualize, their thoughts are like watching a movie. I'm like, okay, I can understand that, but I
Hmm.
can't do it,
Hmm.
right? I don't visualize at all. Like when when I close my eyes to like meditate or whatever,
Hmm.
um, other people with neurodivergency experience this, but I see just bright colors everywhere and shapes,
Oh,
right?
that's
It's like
interesting.
a kaleidoscope.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So that's nonstop. But if
Yeah.
I try, if you told me visualize a beach and see the waves, I'm not going to be
Yeah.
able to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kaleidoscope over here.
Yeah.
That's what we got, right?
Yeah.
So with what you're saying, for me to explain like how I quote unquote manifest, which is just being,
Yeah.
to put that in someone else's perspective, I can't do that.
Yeah. It's
It's
like installing or like downloading like a informational packet into someone's like field or
right.
that. Yeah.
And this is where personal coaching comes in because with what you're saying, like, I need a real life example. I do that all the time in personal coaching.
Hmm.
There might be some people in this room right now that have had personal coaching with me and they can tell you, like if Diana was on here today, she could tell you is that, and that's why she said I give all these crazy stories because I cater it to the person.
Yeah. That's cool.
Like their experience, like when they're telling me their experience, when they're telling me their life experience, when they're telling me the situation, the circumstance, this, that, da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, that's cool because I had a friend that da, 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 right? Or I had another client that da, 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 da. Or I personally experienced, right? I can then put them in the right box.
Hmm.
But when it's a broad teaching, right? Like it's a video on YouTube, it's an event that I'm doing. It's like example here, the intensive that I have coming up, right? There's a reason why, and I'm saying this on YouTube and I shouldn't have said it yet, but whatever. Um I'm gonna announce this on YouTube for you guys after, but those in the Alchemist and those that went through the Resurrect Your Identity event, they know about this. I will be announcing this on YouTube in a different video or a post next week. But the next intensive, what I gave you guys a special offer, right? And that special offer included personal coaching. That's why.
Hmm.
Because yes, the actual intensive itself is 28 days. Every other day, you're getting a lesson. It's
Hmm.
a video, it's a worksheet, it's like all that sort of stuff. It's actual like teaching that particular lesson. And then once a week, I do a live lesson where I break everything that you learned that week down, and then I do Q&A. That's the intent of itself. Now, what I offered you guys during the event was to also add on the personal coaching aspect,
Mhm.
because that's where you can tell me, okay, I understand this lesson, but this is my situation. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Here's an analogy. Here's a real life situation. Here's this, here's that. That's why I added that in.
Yeah, I understand. That makes sense. I guess like for me, I'm still learning what it feels like to make a decision from deep within myself and like know it and shift it, you know? And I'm kind of like trying to pay attention. Like, what has it felt like in the past when I've decided something and that was it? Because sometimes I do this little dance of like, well, did I really decide? I mean, I think I decided, you know?
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I'm exploring.
Everything that you've experienced in your life, you've decided. You've decided this is what it is. It's kind of like if I came up to you and I'm wearing purple, right?
Hmm.
If I came up to you and said, "Hey, my shirt is orange," you'd be like, "What are you talking about? Your shirt's purple." And I kept arguing, "My shirt is orange." Would you question your own perspective, or would you say that I'm crazy?
I would think you're crazy. But then I'm also thinking of this one time my friend was like, your hair is this color. And I was like, what? No, it's not. It's, you know, and like I can't convince her what she's saying isn't true. And she can't
Right,
convince me. So,
right. So you that right there, you know that your version of your hair is yours,
mm,
and no one can tell you different.
yeah.
Right? What I'm seeing on camera here, and it's harder to tell on camera than in person, it's kind of like my hair is more yellow on like this type of camera. But
Hmm.
if I posted in, say, the school a photo of me in direct sunlight and different lighting, it's more platinum, I guess, or
Hmm.
like, more silvery or whatever it is. My blonde is warmer toned, but it just depends on the lighting and stuff like that, right? But so with you right now, you look like you're about a level 3, and the ends are a little bit warmer and the top is a little bit cooler of a
Oh,
tone.
yes, it does get warmer toward the bottom. That's true.
Yeah, because of the sun, right?
Yeah, it looks
So,
red in the sun, even. Yeah.
right. So your top is about a level 3. This down here is about a level 4. And that's just from what I'm seeing,
Hmm.
right? This down here looks like how my son's hair was before I did it for him.
Yeah.
But so that's my perspective. But your
Hmm.
perspective could be totally different, right? And
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
So now do you understand that when you make a decision, it doesn't matter what anything outside of you says?
Yeah, it's all me. It's all mine. It's just that is really flabbergasting almost that I've made like thousands of decisions in my life up to this point, like more than that even, you know, but that everything has been because of my decision. And I guess that's
It's
harder to accept when it was situations that I didn't like the outcome of.
Yeah,
Um,
because we don't want to accept that, right? We don't want to accept that it's not necessarily decisions in that point, it's awareness, right?
mhm,
And it could be based off of what is around you, but that's where you decide different in that point,
mhm,
right? So, example here, I grew up in severe poverty, right? I grew up where I was not supposed to amount to anything, maybe being a stripper, right? I've never been a stripper. I I was on quote unquote government assistance, which was just like uh food stamps or whatever for a few months between jobs at one point when I was really young, right?
mhm,
Other than that, no government assistance. Everybody in my family thinks I'm crazy because that's what they live on.
mhm,
That's the environment that I come from, right? They're on Section 8, welfare, like all of this stuff, right? I'm the complete opposite. Why? Because I made a decision that is not me,
mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You get to make that decision regardless of what everything outside of you is saying. So it could have been that way for years, right? I grew up in that environment for years, but that doesn't determine who you are,
Hmm.
right? There's quite a bit of celebrities that have really bad past, but you wouldn't know that now, right? Like
Hmm.
Iron Man actor Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I don't know his background. Wasn't he on Wall Street or he thought of it? I don't know. I saw a clip of him in the bullpen and he was horrified.
As far as I know, he had a bad past.
Hmm.
I think I saw one clip of it or something like that. That's just one example, right? Of someone completely changing their life around. There's so many, and probably ones that I can't even think of right now. Other
Hmm.
people might be able to. And there's examples of people that grew up in amazing households, an amazing life, and all this stuff, and then turned out bad, right?
Yeah.
So it's all in how you see yourself. I never accepted that that was my fate, right? You have to make the decision and stay in it and say, no, this is who I am. But
Yeah.
Ashley, your hair is this. No, this is who I am. But Ashley, this, that, and the other. No, this is who I am. But Ashley, my shirt is orange.
Yeah. No, it's purple.
Right? Right. And what's funny is there
Love
is
the
orange
fluff.
on it. There's
Oh,
orange
there
on
you
it
go.
because it says make kindness a habit. I love this shirt. My son got it for me, but yeah. So you understand my point now.
Hmm.
So does all of that help you?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did anyone else want hot seat coaching today? Everybody's so quiet today.
Very.
Y'all are so quiet today. Okay. I put it in the chat again, the link that we are using as the chat on school. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear us? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Did anyone else want hot seat coaching today? Oh, and really quickly, those that didn't get an opportunity to join the 3-day resurrect your identity event, there are the replays and the workbooks over in the classroom. Okay. You guys can check that out. Um, everything is there. I will be changing at like editing and making the replays even better next week. So just a heads up, if you want them how they are right now, they are already up in the classroom. So you guys can catch up on what happened. Does anyone want hot seat? All you have to do is type, I want hot seat in the chat. If not, we can go on to questions. Up to you guys. No? No hot seats? All right. Does anyone have any questions that they want answered? I know Jennifer did earlier. Yeah. Yeah, not a problem. It's up to you, Jennifer. I can go ahead and send you the unmute. Give me just a moment. Whenever you are ready. I thought of a follow-up question. How do you know when the new identity has solidified? I guess when you stop getting interrupted by old patterns. You're over there answering your own question. I don't even need to say anything, girl, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of my clients do
Wow.
this, like that have personal coaching with me.
Not for me.
They will
Ooh.
they will answer their own question. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh my goodness, what? You look so beautiful. Oh my God.
No makeup. Just getting out the shower.
No makeup. All natural.
So I've got my
I
son over
love it.
here. I wasn't going to get on because of him, but um,
It's okay.
so one thing that was brought up with Ashley's session was the time thing, how time is not real. And I guess I have such a weird take on it. I keep trying to think that that's true, but then I'm like, time is real. Why we're here, because like why we're having this human experience, time is real to
It's
us.
it's an awareness, it's a perspective. Because think about this, okay? When you're on vacation, let's say you're on a road trip, right? Let's say your road trip is 4 hours. It takes so long to get there, right? Because
Yes.
you're anticipating it. You want it. You want to get to that beach. You want to get to those mountains, whatever it is, right? But then once you leave,
Nathaniel,
it's like that going home. It feels like maybe 30 minutes,
stop.
right?
Right.
Because you don't really want to go back home. You wanted to stay.
Sometimes you do though. Sometimes you do.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But my point is when you are anticipating something, it can take longer, right?
Nathaniel, stop it. My child is trying to get attention right
It's
now.
okay.
Sorry, he's 8, you guys. Oh gosh.
It's always when you want to do something, right?
Yeah, well, I brought the computer in the living room. Like, stop it, or I'm gonna get off. Gosh. Okay, I knew this was gonna happen. Or I didn't know it was gonna happen, but anyway.
You did. That's
Um,
why it is.
so basically you're saying it's our awareness that we're experiencing the time.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because you can think of things in your life that, I mean, just earlier, someone in the chat, because I briefly looked over, oh, Elisa said, um, 3 years just flew by. Think about it. Does 2020 feel like it's been 6 years ago?
Absolutely not. 2020 was one of the worst years of my life. It doesn't
Right.
seem like it just seems like yesterday.
It feels like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
But that was 6 years ago. And here's the thing. I've bumped into people that haven't seen me since then, and they're like, you haven't aged at all. How? I'm like, because 2020 to me was just yesterday, right? But there's other people that I know that say, what are you talking about? That does feel like 6 years. It feels like forever ago, right? So that right there tells you it's all about perspective. It's all about awareness. For one person, it can fly by. For another person, it could seem like forever. For one person, they can be in a relationship for 10 years and feel like it's been two. For another person, they can be in a relationship for 6 months and feel like it's been forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are just examples.
So it's the awareness. It's not that, so time doesn't exist even in our human experience. It's just our awareness of how we're experiencing it and how it's unfolding.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
science even proves this.
Okay.
Is that it's all a perspective, it's all an awareness, right? Time is just something that we perceive, right? So yes, even Ashley said, I can't believe it. 2020 feels like yesterday or 2 years ago, maybe. Girl, you have no idea.
No, you guys
Like,
have no idea.
yeah, like I had a relationship and that was a few years in 2019. And I tried to tell someone, I was like, yeah, that relationship ended just a couple of years ago. They were like, oh, okay. So in 2024, I was like, no, in 2019. They're like, girl, that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, you with your time, you're like, what day is it? I don't even know what day it is.
I don't.
It's too funny.
If I didn't have notifications on my phone and reminders of things, I would forget. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I do. I also understand the neuro spicy thing, like you were saying with Ashley too, because I'm kind of the same way. It's very hard for me to like visualize. I mean, I can visualize, but if I close my eyes, it's hard. It's harder to visualize closing my eyes. But
Oh, I can't visualize at all.
yeah, yeah, I have challenges in
And
that
people
area.
find that so odd. They're like, what do you mean you can't?
Yeah. And like the dreaming, when you were saying you're dreaming, I'm the same way. Like I'm literally doing it in my dream. So like it's like I'm in my dream experiencing like the cheeseburger I'm eating and things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
when I
here.
was little, I used to sleepwalk, but not in a scary way because it was so real, right?
That
Um,
can be scary if you sleepwalk.
um, no, a lot of times it was when I was having a good dream, so that was a good thing. It wasn't like the bad dreams. Um, so my family knew how to deal with it, but a lot of times like I would walk in the kitchen and make a sandwich and I'm fully asleep.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Y'all are making me want a cheeseburger. No, no kidding. Um,
So I did have a question the question that I wanted to ask was, and you kind of touched a little bit on it on your 3-day resurrection series. You mentioned it because I was going to ask the question and then you mentioned it and I was like, okay, but I still have a question about it. So that came up kind of with the manifesting. I heard not too long ago about the subconscious part of it. Like you can try to do your identity and yes, that is the main thing that we're learning is the identity. And I noticed a lot of coaches or just gurus out there say the same thing now. It's all kind of identity based now.
it's funny,
Even
isn't it? Because
people,
I've been
yeah,
doing that since the beginning.
even people that didn't used to speak on that,
Mhm.
I've noticed that that's coming out of their vocabulary now. Like,
I find it
literally,
hilarious.
yeah. But one thing that came up new, but you did touch a little bit on it, was the subconscious. So, like, we can be the identity, and this is how we're manifesting is by becoming the identity effortlessly. We don't have to do anything, no affirmations, just effortlessly being this new identity or the identity that we choose. But now, this concept of wait a minute, you can do that, but your subconscious is what the reality is choosing your reality.
I don't believe I ever said subconscious, but if I did, I'll go back through
Or
my
I
notes.
don't think you said something like changing your subconscious is part of the manifesting too. But
It's all the same. So your consciousness and subconscious is the same. It is still you. And that's what people they try to like separate it, right? They try to say
yeah,
like
because it seems
consciousness
separate
is right.
because we
They
it's almost like we can't control the subconscious.
Oh, you can. It is you. So people try to say, the conscious is when you're awake, right? And the subconscious is like just running in the background. It's running everything. It's running like a hamster on a wheel, and you can't control how fast it's going or how slow it's going or if it's even on the wheel, right? That's wrong. It's all you. It's all you. You are the conscious, you are the subconscious,
Okay.
right? It's
Okay, so
all
we don't
you.
have to program the subconscious while we're sleeping or while we're doing something else.
Unless you like to. Um,
Because that was just
every now
something
and
new that
then,
came up that I was like, I
yeah,
need to ask Alchemistic about this
every
because
now and then I'll listen to affirmations. That's why I have the 8-hour affirmation tracks on the school community, right? Because every now and then I'll listen to them. But it's so that way I can focus because my thoughts are everywhere, right?
squirrel brain.
It's it's not it's not because, oh, these affirmations like program me. No. It's because hearing something on repeat helps me focus. It's kind of like me stemming, right? So this is a stem and my nails broke. That's why I cut them all off. But when my nails are long, the other way that I stem, and I do this in public because I don't care. I stopped caring what people think a long time ago. I have a tendency that when they're long, I put them inside of each other and I just hold them there. And then I'll do it the opposite way and I'll just keep going back and forth. And people look at me like, what is she doing? I'm like, it feels good. Okay. Leave me alone. Um, or I'll sit here and I'm just like going like this. Yeah. Like that. And I'll sit here and just like mess with my hair, like all the time, just messing with my hair. And it bothers some people. Some people are like, why don't you just sit still? I'm like, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to pay attention to a word that's coming out of your mouth. Right? So do you want me to pay attention to you and actually listen to what you're saying? Or do you want me to sit here perfectly still? Because I can't do both. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So and the affirmations is like that. It's like a stem, right? It's like a way for me to focus. Right? So if you like doing that, do it because you like it. I listen to my own affirmation tracks, guys. Okay. I listen to either the Aphrodite ones or the wealth identity ones. Those are the two that I listen to. I have the Aphrodite ones, I have the Adonis ones for men. I have the Cleopatra ones if you want it really extreme with the ladies. And then I have the
That's a good one. That was a
I
I
have
listened to
the
that
like
a while.
gender neutral ones for I am affirmations, and then I have the wealth identity. I've been talking about doing this and I need to get on it is to do a more extreme version for the men, not just the Adonis ones, but maybe like a king version, like a Cleopatra version, but for men. And I'm trying to think of the best king to like emulate, right? Because Cleopatra's the best queen for women. And that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around is, and that's why I haven't done it yet. Until it comes to me, I'm not going to do it. But yeah, so if you enjoy doing it, because I maybe listen to mine once a month. It's not like I sit here and think, oh my God, I didn't listen to my affirmations last night. I'm not going to get any clients today. I'm not going to get any signups to my event. I'm not going to get anybody in my school community, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not going to get the check that I just made.
You're spiraling. You're spiraling.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't let it dictate your life, okay? Do it because you enjoy doing it. It's kind of like me. I like scripting. I like listing because it gets what's in here out on paper,
Yeah.
right? So when I attend events, because here's the thing, any coach that tells you that they don't get go to other coaches, bah. Okay? Coaches get coached. Okay? The best athletes out there get coached, right? The best actor out there goes to other actors for advice,
Sure.
right? So I attend a lot of things. I attend a lot of coaching. A lot of times it's not even in my own niche because I'll learn things that are different. And want to know something crazy? I've been attending events that have nothing to do with manifestation, nothing to do with self-concept, nothing to do with identity. But within the first 30 minutes or the first day, if it's like a 3 or 5 day event, they literally take people through an identity work. I
Mm.
find it hilarious. And it's because why? Because this is what I'm aware of. This is what I do. The reason why you're seeing all these coaches that didn't do that, right? Maybe they even said you don't need self-concept, right? I've seen that
Mhm.
myself. I've seen
Mhm.
people that said, "Oh, you don't need self-concept. You don't need to do to have self-concept. You just need to do robotically affirm." Right? Some
Oh,
some of
yeah.
I've heard that, right? Now they're saying the opposite. And it's hilarious.
Yeah, the whole
My
identity
message,
is really becoming
right.
the mainstream now from
My
what I
message has been the same.
maybe it's because I'm aware now, but
Yeah.
it just seems
My
like
message has been the same since 2024, end of 2024, when I started posting videos just on manifestation, right? My message has been the same from then to now. The only thing that has changed, yes, I'm evolving, is adding in different analogies, adding in neuroscience, quantum physics, right? The Buddhist proverbs, not just scripture, adding in scripture though, adding in uh, stories and all these things, and changing my verbiage from old and new identity or old and new self concept, or you get what I'm saying, to desired and undesired, because I'm trying to get away from the old and new because that indicates time,
ah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm redoing the self concept guide, because a lot of that subconsciously, or I should say, kind of in the language, right, indicates time.
Right.
You probably have my old self concept guide. That's okay. If
Yeah.
you read it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now,
I
through
just read
looking
it
at
the
it,
other day, the old one. Or I should say the well, it was still desired, but
yeah, there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with it. It still works. It got plenty of people transformations, right?
Okay.
But I want it even better. So,
Which I was going to ask you, is your
yeah,
14-day SP challenge still up? Because I
no.
went on Stan, I didn't see it again.
Here's
Or
what
I
I'm
didn't
doing,
see it.
guys. I'm glad you asked,
Okay.
because a lot of people have asked me that in DMs and I have to answer them all individually. So I'm glad that you're asking now. So that way, if anybody's watching here, they can get the answer as well. Is the 14-day SP challenge was turned into the 28-day love identity shift
Okay.
intensive.
Because I loved it and I kept
Mhm.
rewatching it a lot. And so like if I need to like have my moment of rebooting, kind of realigning.
Did you not get access to the 28-day version? All of those that did the 14-day
No, because
version,
I
I gave them access to the
oh,
28-day version.
okay, I'll try that. Okay, I'll try the 28 day. I didn't know because
Yeah.
I didn't do the
Um,
28
it's
day.
not public facing right now
Okay. Okay.
because I'm not running that intensive right now,
Gotcha. Okay.
right? So that was my next part of this. I took the 14-day version and I made it the 28-day version. Basically, the modules release every other day, making it 28 days.
Right.
So it's not so, right?
Right.
And I redid all the lessons. I redid all of them.
But it's not up anymore?
It should be, yes.
Okay,
So
good.
it's up. It's not up for people to buy.
Oh, okay. Okay. But it's up for
You
if
have
you
access through the login,
okay. All
right?
right.
So if you did my 14-day challenge, or if you were in the 28-day version, you have access on Stan through login. Now, here's what's happening, and I'm going to email everybody for whatever intensive you've done. Of the what's coming up. So the next intensive that I'm doing is what? The complete identity shift. Okay. The complete identity shift, all transparency, is the 28-day identity by design.
Need a charger.
Oh no.
I need a charger.
I think I'm gonna get off because he's being acting up and I don't want it to be on here. So
You're fine.
okay.
But I'm going to continue to answer the question. So the 28-day identity by design, that is now shifting over to the 28-day complete identity shift intensive. It's going to be the same lessons from the 28-day identity by design. I'm renaming it because people need different names. Okay. Some people resonate with design, some people don't, right? And it's also because we're not actually designing anything, right? We're shifting. We're shifting the identity. So that's why I renamed it. It has the same lessons because the lessons weren't like, oh, it has to be this or it has to be that. Those of you that didn't know, so that is shifting over to the complete identity shift intensive. Okay. That is going to run, and I was going to wait to announce this on YouTube, but I guess we're doing it now. That is going to run from June 1st until June 28th. Okay. Yeah, had to think for a minute. I will have it available for those of outside of the Alchemist community to sign up this week. Those of you that were in my Resurrect Your Identity event, you guys have a special offer. That offer ends on Monday, I believe. Monday? Is Monday the 11th? Hold on. Yeah, Monday's the 11th. So after on Monday, that ends. Okay, so the event offer that I gave you guys ends on Monday. That's when I'll start announcing it publicly for everyone else to join. Now, I will have sign up for that until the end of May. So the sign up for that will be until May 31st. And then we start on June 1st. Okay. June 1st through the 28th is when I'll be running that intensive. After that intensive, I will be doing a love event, right? We'll do that just like we did the 3-day Resurrect Your Identity event, but it's going to be like a 3-day love identity shift or love identity reset. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure that out. I'll run that first. Then I will run the love intensive again. Okay. So the love intensive will be 28 days. That's what Jennifer is talking about. It was my 14-day SP challenge. Okay. It's going to be the 28-day love identity shift intensive. Okay. That will probably be, okay. So hold on. Let me think in my head real quick. All right. June 28th. End of June, I'll run the 3-day event inside the Alchemist for love. Then the intensive will start July and August. It'll start in August, more than likely. Okay. That's when it'll be available public facing. I'm only going to have things available public facing as I'm doing them. This is for a reason, because when I just had like all of the courses and stuff on my site, nobody signs up for them until I'm doing a live intensive. They don't. Okay. So my site itself is just going to be once I get it done. The self-concept guide, the link to join school, right? And to work with me one-on-one. That's it. That's all that's on there. Super simple, right? The courses are all moved to school. So my 7-day Burn the Boats challenge on school. My my Build-A-Boo workshop on school, right? I'm about to start putting the 4-week complete identity shift on school. And again, we'll start that intensive on June 1st. Okay, so everything will be ran through school. Ultimately, the 28-day love identity shift will be on school as well. Everything is going to shift to school. All of those that have been in my intensives before, you will have a special offer. I already emailed that to you for this upcoming intensive. It's already emailed to you. Okay, you have a special offer. That's only for you guys. For you to get into this upcoming intensive. Once I do the love one, you will also get a special offer for that. Okay? Are we all on the same page? Did anybody have any questions? Jennifer, did you have any questions on that? I'm trying to make this as less complicated as possible. Because that's the feedback that I got, is that I make things overcomplicated for people. And it's because my brain runs 500 miles per hour. And this isn't complicated for me. So on a sales perspective, because I used to be a sales trainer, okay, there are 4 types of buyers. I'm an owl. Okay. What an owl is they are very analytical. They need all the information. They need it all before they make a decision, and they only make a decision on their own. That's why I was doing that, because I thought everybody wanted that, right? Some people aren't, and that's okay. Most people, the majority of people, need things more simplified. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible. Even with my brain being as complex as it is. Okay. So Ashley, I only listen to affirmations when it feels good and I'm savoring the state or preferred choice. And I agree about the helping me focus thing. I started doing 10 to 20 minute affirmation sessions again, and it feels totally different than when I first did that years ago. It's more like, this is who I am now and now. Yeah. Holly, I think I'm an owl too. Yeah. So when I was a sales trainer, and maybe some people watching me are in sales, and this can help you. There are 4 types of buyers. You can look up what's called BOLT, B-O-L-T. Okay. Bolt is bull, owl, lamb, and tiger. Okay. I call the tiger a tigger, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment. All right. So a bull is your aggressive buyer. This is the person that's in your face yelling at you like, stop selling me. What's the price? What's the price? What's the price? Right? They need the information fast, right? Or they're going to hang up on you. And I'm talking about people that do phone sales. Okay. Even if they're in person, you got to get to the point super fast. All right. That's bull. An owl is me. An owl is someone that you cannot sell. Sorry. No matter how good you are, you ain't gonna be able to sell them. Okay. An owl is someone that needs all the information, and it needs to make sense to them. They make the buying decision. You aren't going to convince them to buy. That's me. I'm the pain in the ass. All right. A lamb is an emotional buyer. Nothing wrong with that, but you have to make it make sense to them emotionally. Right. And a tiger, or as I like to call a tigger, is the bouncy, 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 bouncy ADHD type of brain. Okay. They buy, oh, look, shiny, shiny. Okay. You have to, they're impulse buyers. You have to give them shiny, shiny. Okay. Like if I had my keys near me, it's jingling the keys. Okay. Those are the type of buyers. So Jennifer, to what I'm trying to do with everything that I'm doing with the simplification of my Stan store, with putting all of my stuff on school, is because of this. Not everybody likes courses. Okay. Some people do. I do. Right? Because there's structure. Right? Not everybody likes events. I do. Even attending, because there's structure. Right? Some people just want one-on-one. A lot of people come to me that they just want one-on-one. They don't want to be in the school. They don't want to do the course. They don't want to do the event, right? Cool. Right? And that's okay too. So I'm trying to cater to everybody, every learning style, every style that they are. And whether they want what I offer, or they just want to be a part of the school, they just want to be a part of the community, they want to join these live streams, they want to ask questions, right? They want to consume my content. Great. You know what I mean? I'm catering to everyone. And that's what I'm trying to convey here, is that everyone is so different. Right? Okay. You're the Tigger buyer, and that's okay. So I need to go get my keys and jingle jingle. Got it. And that's okay. I'll do it. I'm kidding. All right, Holly, the structure plus one-on-one combo is chef's kiss. I've also been a tiger in the past. Yeah, and that's okay. I've been a tiger sometimes. I've been an owl sometimes. Most of the time I'm an owl. I'm a tigger if it's something that I've already been thinking about buying and all of a sudden it's in my face, right? Like trying to think of an example here. I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of an example. Oh, my hair rollers. People have asked me before, like how I fix my hair. My hair is naturally wavy. So when you guys see it like in its wavy state, that's my natural hair. This is because I washed, conditioned my hair last night, made it look super nice, right? And then I put it in overnight rollers. So my old overnight rollers started to get worn down. Like the foam inside the little roller started to get squishy too much. So the curls weren't like the way that I wanted them, right? So I wanted to buy new ones, right? I had already made that decision. I wanted to buy new ones. And then I got a notification on Amazon that, oh, these overnight hair rollers, do you want them? They're on sale. It's like, okay, add to cart, buy. Right? Impulse buy. Because it's already something that I had been thinking about. Right? So when you buy something on impulse, a lot of times you've already been thinking about it, right? It's okay. Sometimes the algorithm gives it to you or life gives it to you, whatever you want to say. But yes, Holly is going to be in the intensive. So here's what's going on, guys, because with the next intensive, I already set it up where those that were in the 3-day event or you watch the replays, you can still get the offer right now. That offer is ending on Monday. So 2 days. Okay. I'm not going to offer that after that. All right. You guys have until then to do that. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to set up a thing on school. You'll see it in the classroom, kind of like you did before I did the 3-day event. I had what? A placeholder in school, right? That's going to happen. And what I'll be doing is I'll be adding the entire intensive lessons on that. Then everybody that is signed up to it will be added to that on school once we start. Then what I'm going to do is add on the calendar the live lessons that we'll be doing every week. Only those that are in that course will be able to attend those lives. Make sense? Those that have been in my last intensives, I do a live lesson for about 45 minutes or so, 30 to 45 minutes, something like that, going over the week. And then I do Q&A of anyone that shows up. That's what those are. It's based on that intensive. Now, what Holly's talking about is the offer that I gave during the event, which is basically an offer for you to also get one-on-one. And that will start on June 1st. Anybody that signs up to it gets it on June 1st. Until then, they get VIP on school. That's the offer. Well, actually, until then and after then, because it's until after the intensive. Yeah. It's a lot, but it's in the 3-day Resurrect Your Identity event replays. If you watch day 3, I talk about it. All right. And Holly, you are, because you signed up your VIP, I'm just letting you know. So anytime that I'm live like this, you can come on and do hot seat. This one is being streamed over to YouTube, but next week I'll be doing one just for the Alchemists. So it will not be streamed. we'll get that set up. That will be next week because I'm trying to do these live streams every week, and we're going to stream to YouTube maybe once a month or every other week. But other than that, it'll just be private inside the Alchemists for you guys. The 3-day resurrect your identity is so powerful. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is in the classroom, so the replays are already in there. Again, those replays will change next week because I'll be editing like the dead air, and I'll put the slides on screen how they're supposed to be because freaking Zoom didn't record it the right way. So we'll do that, and I'll have that on there. I'm going to take out the breaks because people watching the replay doesn't need the breaks like people live. And yeah, that'll be redone next week. How long were you wearing the mask before you stopped? I just, girl, you watched my resurrection series, you know. Going on a walk, on my evening walk. Appreciate everyone coming together. Have a good night. Good night, Ashley. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see your message here. Elisa, where can I read the distinctions between the levels on the Alchemist? When you are you on the Alchemist on a mobile device, like a mobile phone, or are you on there on a computer? Because it's different for me to tell you how to get there. iPad. Okay. So it's like a mobile, right? So when you're on a mobile device, if you go to the classroom, right? And you got upgraded to premium already because you were runner up, right? So when you're in the classroom, you're already premium. So the things that were premium before should be unlocked for you. The things that are VIP, if you click on there, it'll take you to upgrade, and it'll show you like what the differences are. It breaks it down. Would you say that someone believing that they are behind in something is lack or scarcity mindset? If you believe that you're behind, that means that you believe in time. We were talking about that earlier. If you are on a laptop, I know that once you're on the main page on the Alchemist, on the side, I have links where it says like upgrade to premium or VIP. If you click that, it takes you right to it too. And in a lot of my posts, I'm like, click this to check out premium or VIP. You can click that and it'll take you to it as well. You know what? Because I have everything open, I'm gonna get the link for you so you can see. And on this, it'll probably show you your current level is premium, because your premium, I have it on my calendar, I think until the 5th. That link. Holly, funny how time keeps coming up in this live. I've been thinking about time a lot this week and comparing myself to where my friends are in their lives. But Alchemistic's videos on time blindness answered that. So I can't think of anything new to ask. Yeah. I forget what time it is all the time. Or what day it is or what year it is, like all the time. I forget. And it's like this. I've had people ask me like it depends on what I'm wearing, but Like today, I'm not wearing lipstick, guys. And people are like, what lipstick do you wear? This is clear. That's what I'm putting on my lips. I do have a lip liner on, but it's the same color as my lips. Like this is my lip color. Sometimes I wear this one, but it's basically the same. Most of the time I wear colors that are closer to my lip color. This is another one that I wear. It's a little bit darker. This one, a little bit lighter, I think. But yeah. And I have them at my desk because I wear them so much. Days feeling weeks and months feeling like years. Yeah. Your greatest competition is yourself. Absolutely. You're only in competition with yourself. Comparison is the theft of joy. There is no wrong time to be something, to have something, anything else. You know, some people will say, oh, it's too late for this or it's too late for that. Says who? Says who? Duncan Hines, I believe, didn't even start making cakes until his like 60s or 70s or something. Says who? Morgan Freeman didn't really get into acting or break out, have his big break until what, his 50s, 40s, 50s? I can't remember. I know it was later than what most people will say is appropriate for Hollywood. Colin Sanders started late. Yeah. Like, who says when you should start? My sisters say it's too late for them to make changes all the time, and they're only in their 40s. Girl, I used to go to the gym, okay? This was before 2020. So the last time that I've set foot in the gym was in 2019. But I used to go to this gym, and this older lady was always working out there, and I thought she was in her 40s. Okay? Thought she was in her 40s. She was in her late 60s. Okay? And we always used to work in together, right? Like it seemed like when it was my back and shoulder day, it was her back and shoulder day, like stuff like that. And we'd work in together. Like I'd be on a machine and she'd be like, hey, can I work in with you? Cool. We worked in together. And that was our interaction, right? And then one day I asked her, I'm like, your back and your shoulders are insane. How long have you been working out? She's like, oh, a little over 20 years now. I'm like, so since your 20s? She started laughing. She's like, no, honey, since my 40s. And I'm like, but ma'am, you're no older than 45. She said, no, honey, I'm 68. It was like 67 or 68. And my jaw hit the floor, right? And then she took out an older photo of her from her bag that she keeps around as a memento. And she was obese. She very much looked her age because she was in her 40s at the time before she started working out, right? She went from obese and out of shape and very much looking her age and feeling her age to now looking and feeling over 20 years younger. You can always make a change. She said before then she had never set foot inside of a gym. When she first started, she didn't know what to do, but the gym culture like took her in and took her under their wings and helped her out. Morgan Freeman was on the electric company when I was a kid. I'm 59 now. Isn't he like in his 80s though now? I don't know. I read somewhere that he didn't like make his big break until his like 50s or something. That is what I'll be like in my 60s. Aging does not have to be miserable. It's all in how you believe it to be. Exactly. Like I said, I've been to a doctor. I've had all the tests, like to test your biological age, and biologically, I'm 26, even though I'm 39. Okay. And it's because I've said I don't age past that point. I don't care what I look like. It's about what I feel like. Because when I was obese myself and very much looking my age when I was in my mid 30s, I was miserable and I didn't like what was happening. So I made a decision that no, this is not who I am anymore. This is who I am. And that's how it's been ever since. I seen that an elderly person in their 80s got their doctorate. Exactly. Exactly. So, due to life situations, I had to drop out of high school and I went and got my GED, right? I just went and tested for it and passed and got my GED, right? In the state that I was in, they still required you to at least go to like a couple of hours of class so that way you could understand what, you needed to know before you went and took the test. And I did. And I was in class with a person that was in their 70s. And they decided they wanted to get their GED, that it didn't matter how late it was, quote unquote, right? How late it was. And they got their GED in their 70s. Okay. And anybody that looks down on somebody that gets their GED, uh, my IQ is in the 140s. Okay. How soon you get a degree and what degree you have does not matter. None of that matters. All right. I passed the first try and I passed within the top 5% of my state. I could care less if people think, oh, it's a GED, it's not a high school diploma. I don't care. I don't care. Right? It's kind of like people that look down on people that go to a community college instead of a university. Who cares? Who cares? Do what makes you happy. Right? None of that stuff matters. None of it. This is the thing. I don't concern myself with other people's opinions of me. Right? Because at the end of the day, they are not living my life. It's kind of like when we had Diana on the live stream and she shared her story. She talked about how she left her job and other people were like, what are you doing? That's a great job, blah, blah, blah. All these other people want that job. What did I say to her? I'm like, well, look, you just left it open for those other people to have. Right? The community college students have less debt. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. Yep, what others think of me is none of my business. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't even have a college degree. I know what I know by just having an interest. Sometimes I'll have an interest in something and I'll go get books on it. I'll research it. This is why I know about psychology. I was going to go to college for psychology. So there is that. And I was going to go on a full ride scholarship, but then life happened. I met my son's father and like there's a bunch of stuff, okay? And I don't regret it. But I still studied psychology on my own. This is why I know about it. Right? You don't need the degree. You could go to the library and get the books. You could look it up. There's so much information now. There's so much access to information. I should say that, to where you don't need the degree. You don't need to go into debt to learn something. Right? And even though I don't have the degree, I've made doctor type money. So I'm still paying off college debt too. So I heard that, but I'm already debt free. Exactly. You're already debt free. It's already taken care of. It's been waived. It doesn't matter. There is a success story coming up, guys, because Diana is not the only one that has been coming forward recently. Okay. I already did a call with another client that was a texting client of mine, and I'll have that edited up soon. And then I have another call scheduled this next week with a different one. So speaking of debt, yeah, we're going to be talking about that in that one, and how money came out of nowhere in a way that she didn't expect. And here's the thing. When she first came to me, what did she come to me for? SP. And literally, everything in her life improved as soon as she listened. And SP did come back. But that didn't matter no more. Okay? So I will have that one soon. I need to edit it. I need to do a bunch of stuff. But I don't want my channel to just be success stories. So that's why I'm going to have like some other content in between. Diana is in this group, yes. She's on school, but she barely comes on. She's too busy. Girl, she is too busy with her man. What are you talking about? Living with a psychologist helps too. I was a living caregiver for a friend of mine who was a psychologist. Yeah, they're great. Holly, those darn SPs, SPs ruining everything. No, I'm kidding. I say while I came to, yeah, listen, it's okay. Like 80% of people come to me for SPs. 80%. 80%. I did the math because I take notes when I have a client, and 80% come to me for SPs. For romantic SPs, I should say that, okay? Because some people have come to me because they want to fix a relationship with a family member, or they want, better friends or whatever it is, and that's okay too. But I'm talking about romantic interests, okay? 80%. It was like 83% or something like that. And then it was around 15-ish% that it's finances, money, career, business, all of that sort of stuff. That's the wealth bucket, right? And then a smaller percentage comes for health. I have had people come to me for health. I posted this success story a while ago, probably over a year ago, but it was a client that came to me because they had a cancer diagnosis, and they did what I did and then reversed it. Their story was posted, and then what else? There was someone that came to me because their child was diagnosed autistic, and like on the more severe side of the spectrum, and was nonverbal. And while working with me, child went from nonverbal to talking to interacting to hugging, all the things that they say autistic little boys don't do. Okay. So that's more health related, right? But not necessarily their health, their child's health. So yeah, that's the smallest percentage is the health. Actually, no, the smallest percentage is someone coming to me directly for like physical changes. Most of the time, that's like another desire, but it's not the main one. But most of the time, the physical changes is for the SP. Or the health is so they can work and get the finances, right? So the wealth. Usually the health or the physical changes is for one of the two other buckets, either love or wealth. So there's the three main buckets, right? Love, health, and wealth. But most of the time, the health or the physical changes is to get one of the other two, wealth or love. Most of the time, love. Oh, physical changes. I got a half-inch taller since my height was checked, and I've been loving the way my body looks recently or lately. Good. Love it. For me, I've been gaining more muscle too. Again, like this is one of the things that this recent success story that I'll be posting, they had as well. Like we're talking a crazy amount of muscle gain within a short period of time that other people said was impossible without gear. Okay. I have to disclose that without gear. All right. And this is what I said, like people come to me for one thing, like this person came to me for SP and it's like everything else in their life improved. This is why I like doing the like complete identity type stuff because it's all the same. My complete identity intensive is more intense than the love one. Everyone that's done it says that. So everyone that did my 14-day SP challenge or they did the 28-day love identity shift, et cetera, they that also did the 28-day identity by design, which is now going to be the 4-week complete identity shift. They said the 4-week complete identity shift was like 10x, because that's how I do things. It was like even more intense. Like what you guys see publicly, like I go even more in depth in my intensives. Like here's the thing, when I created these experiences, I didn't want to be like other gurus or other coaches out there. A lot of them, right? And you probably experienced this as well. Like you paid for something and you're like, this is what they say in their free content. Like this is what's available on their YouTube, or this is like blah blah blah, right? I wanted to be different. Sarah, I loved the Identity by Design Intensive. Yeah, so the Identity by Design Intensive is now going to be the 4-week complete identity shift. Sarah, you got an email if you were in one of my intensives. You were, right? For a special offer that only you guys are getting for this new one because you've already done it. The new one, what it's going to be is it's going to be the same curriculum from that. So the same videos, stuff like that. I might change around like a couple of the lessons, but it's going to be new live lessons and Q&A every week. And there's a special offer for you guys that I did during the event, but you're getting special pricing. Okay. You're getting even better pricing because you've already done it. To where you get like the VIP for school until the end of it, and also you get one-on-one coaching during it. So if you're interested in that, check your email. Otherwise, everything is going to start switching over to school, just letting you know. But yeah, the identity by design will now be the 4-week complete identity shift. Because that's what it is, right? Let me ask you, Sarah, is the new name better fitting for what it is? Because what I did is I went through it myself. I watched all of the videos. I went through all of the lessons, and I was like, this name doesn't fit, right? And so that's why I renamed it. Last weekend's was pretty intense. Yeah, last weekend was just the 3-day event. So if you think that's intense, think about 28 days. Yes, absolutely. I think it's better. Perfect. Sarah, if you don't mind, do you have any like solid feedback for me on the intensive on, because you only did the identity by design, right? You didn't do the love one. Is that right? Bring all the intensity. I love it. Because I'm trying to think, Sarah, you didn't do the love one, right? You just did the identity by design. As far as I know, I could double check. My phone is going nuts over here. Per usual. I did the love intensive also, just not when it was live. Okay. So you tell me, between the love intensive and the just complete identity, what's your take on both? Do you feel like the complete identity one is like even more intense? Because that's the feedback that I've gotten. December or January. Okay. So what's your take on the love intensive versus the complete identity one, which is the identity by design? That is the old name. And if it's easier for you, I can bring you on if you want to talk. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want. If you're comfortable. If not, you can type. It's fine. I feel like the complete identity intensive was more intense. I liked shifting on the focus back into me. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter what the desire is, right? It could be love, it could be wealth, it could be health. All of it is about you. It's putting the focus back on you. Yeah, Jennifer, if you are listening in, and I'll DM you, but I want to make sure you get access to it on Stan Store, but you should still have access to it through Stan. I just don't have it public facing, that's all. Like anyone knows, like I don't take away your access like that on anything that you purchased. I would, but I'm shy, trying to get out of my shell. I mean, it's up to you. This is the perfect opportunity to get out of your shell. Totally up to you though. No pressure whatsoever. Um, but yeah, I would love your feedback a little bit more if you don't mind from both intensives, but we can do that later if you're more comfortable doing that. It's fine. Jaden, I need to do the same too. Least changing my profile photo is the first step. Yeah, I remember you didn't have your face on your profile photo. I was like, oh, there he is. See, like, guys, like putting your face to something really helps. It's kind of like when I posted the recent success stories, right? The ones that submitted it for the self-concept guide. Seeing their faces helped, did it not? I would have gone on today, but I'm still figuring out this microphone thing. I just learned I need an adapter. Yeah. You need, like I said, it's like a splitter. Let me see if I can find mine. There's so much crap on my desk I need to move. Let's see if I can find mine. Yep, it's right here. Do not. Of course you did. One of my lip glosses fell. It's fine. So this is the one that I have. It plugs into, so this part plugs into the USB on the mic, right? And I have an Android, so this part plugs into my phone. So phone, right? Plugs into there. This plugs into the mic, and I can also plug in a charger if I need. Right? So you need something like this, but for your phone. And I think this was only like $7 on Amazon. I would have gone, oh yeah, I already read that. I thought that JD was a woman until the reveal. Girl, Jaden is a guy's name. I love you. I love you so much. I might get off of here, guys, if we don't have like a ton of questions or anything from the Alchemists. I might get off of here. Maybe I would just pop onto YouTube. I haven't done that in a while. Like just pop onto YouTube, because when I'm streaming like this from Zoom to YouTube, it's like my live stream doesn't go out to YouTube like it should. Like I only have like a few people watching. Whereas if I just go live just on YouTube, it's like it pushes it out. It's so weird. I might do that just for tonight. Just because I'm feeling like it. I'm feeling generous tonight, guys. Feeling generous of going on and answering questions, which I don't always do for YouTube. Usually it's just the school community. But I wonder if I go on to YouTube, should I do it from my phone or from my laptop? YouTube is so weird. Like I said, like I think it's also streaming from the laptop because I've noticed when I tried that before, like it didn't push it out. But when I got on my phone, it did. It was weird. Um, so there's no huge shock. Um, I'm thinking about changing my hair just because I get tired of doing my roots all the time. My hair is naturally blonde. It's just a little bit darker than this. Um, First, I'm gonna use up the rest of the like high lift color that I used to on my roots. I'm gonna do that, and then I have like a rose gold color that it's like a semi-permanent or whatever. I used that years ago, but I still have it. So I'm thinking of using up that first. So I'll be pink for a little bit. And then after that rinses out or whatever, I'm thinking about going more towards my natural hair color, which is like a level 7. This is a level 10. I'm just getting tired. I'm getting tired of fucking doing my roots all the time. I can show you guys on the Alchemist like what my natural hair color looks like. I still have photos. I haven't been my natural hair color in 4 years. No, 5 years, 6 years. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, in the Alchemist, do you guys have any questions or did anyone else want hot seat before I get off of here? I know some of you are still typing. Continue to type. Don't erase what you're saying. Just continue to type it and hit enter. Okay? I will wait. Okay. Good night. Glad you all were here. Gotta make dinner, and now the boyfriend is texting me. Ooh. Oh, and now, oh gosh, girl. I'm gonna dye my hair dark red. Oh, when you do it, post a photo. I want to see. Um, I've had the hair color for a couple of months. Yeah, Elisa, when you do it, post a photo on school. We'd love to see it. You said earlier on that a guy packed an emissive amount of muscle mass. My audio was out for a bit. Yeah. So it was one of my older success stories from reality shifting, bro. It's on my channel. He packed on muscle too. But no, this newer success story that I'll be posting soon is not a guy. So that makes it even more insane. From what I remember of both the live intensive and the complete, sorry, love intensive, okay, and the complete identity intensive, I liked how the first half was completely focusing on yourself, then gradually focus on your person. Yeah, so the love one, that's what we did. I love the meditation on forgiving your undesired self. As for the complete identity intensive, it went deep. I loved how you broke everything down and explained in a way that just clicked for me. Love it. Thank you so much. Holly's about to experience it. Holly will be starting what, June 1st? So that's what you got to look forward to. Yeah, Sarah, if you want in on the new intensive, like I said, anybody that has done my intensives, Jennifer as well, if she watches this replay, um, you should have an email for an offer for you guys. Like it's not what anybody else is getting. I can't offer that to everyone else. And once spots fill up, by Monday, once like the event only offer and the offer I gave to those that did intensives before fill up, I'm not going to be offering the elite except for limited spots because I can only take on so many people and completely serve them, right? For like one-on-one like that. Sarah, yes, I can't wait for the new intensive. Perfect. Yeah, Sarah, if you want that, like I said, I should have you should have gotten an email. Did you get that email? Because you guys have a specific code and stuff. I always take care of people that have worked with me before. Anybody that has knows this. It's not, oh, only new people get the discount. I am not T-Mobile, okay? I am not AT&T or whatever it is. I'm not a phone service. I know phone services do that. They only give like the best offer to new people. It's like, what the hell? Perfect. So yeah, if you want that offer is available until the 11th. It will be shut down after that. So that page and that that price and the offer and all of that stuff will be shut down on the 11th. I'll probably have it running until midnight. So like 12 a.m. on the 12th. Does that make sense? Is when that'll be shut down. And then I'll have everything for public facing. And whatever I have left, right, of the elite offer, because that's what you guys are getting. You're getting the elite for way less than what it's going to be publicly. If I have any spots left of that, I will offer that publicly, but it'll only be what's left. Because like I said, I can only take on so many people for that at a time. Because if I had everyone on my texting service, like more than a certain amount of people, I wouldn't be able to respond to everybody. And I won't do that to you guys. My level of response is not, oh, good, keep doing that. No. You guys know me better than that. Just affirm more. Just stay positive. No, you don't get responses like that from me. 10K affirmations. Yeah, you need to do 10,000 affirmations a day. And you need to say them like this, and it has to be under the full moon light. And like it has to be with you dousing yourself with moon water. And you need a rose quartz rock to place it on top of your head like a crown. Yeah. I was literally saying rose quartz as you typed that. That's hilarious. I'll manifest for you. Oh my God. Girl. I bought one of those services once as a joke. I bought to see what they would do. This was before I started like my channel back up in 2024. It was probably early 2024 or like late 2023. I bought one of those I'll manifest for you services just to see. And I'm not going to mention the coach's name. I'm not going to, you know me, I don't throw people under the bus because that stuff works for other people. It was a joke. 100% a joke. Right? And the package like included sending you over like custom affirmations. You can tell it was plug and play. You could tell it was they had affirmations already like scripted out and they just put in your name or whatever. It was so bad. Sometimes I buy things just to see what they're about. I've bought courses that I didn't even need just to see how they're structured and to see what they have in it. This is why I know that there's so many courses out there that is literally just regurgitation of what they post publicly. There was something on my screen I had to get off. Because Sarah, you've done both of my intensives. Do my intensives have what I post publicly? Is it regurgitated crap that I post publicly? No. I already know the answer to it. It's way deeper than that. Because publicly, yes, I'm deeper than most creators, but it's still like surface level for me. I've seen where a few creators say that a client manifested 1 million to 3 billion. And I'd be thinking, I hope they are millionaires themselves. Someone was charging $2,000 for a pre-recorded course. Yeah. And yes, I'm very upfront with you guys, right? Like my intensive does include a pre-recorded course. But this is a course that, as you heard from Sarah, is worth it. Right? But I'm including a lot more than that. I'm including live lessons and Q&As every single week from what you've learned that week. And for those that signed up to the event only offer, I'm also including VIP until the end of it. I'm including one-on-one. And I'm not going to say the price because that is not what the public is going to get. But you already know it's not 2,000. Right? I was thinking about the Gotta Fest person. I don't know who Gotta Fest is. See, I'm oblivious to a lot of this stuff. I have no idea. Gotta Fest. Let me see. Let me see if I can find what you're talking about. Is that like their username? I'm curious now. Gotta Fest. I think I found them. See what I mean? Like, there's so many options on their page. And this would be great for someone like me, right? Because I like all of this information, but this is overwhelming for most people. And this is why I don't do this, right? Nothing against them. This probably works for a lot of people, but yeah. I think I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't see myself ever charging that much for just a course. It would include a lot of things with it. Like me personally, right? I just wouldn't. And like I said, I don't talk down on anyone else how they run things, because there's different people that different things work for, right? And there's no right or wrong. Yeah, it feels like a red flag for me if coaches have prices that feel inaccessible to me. Yeah. I try my best to cater to everyone, but also give them quality, right? So obviously, like this next intensive, I can't just give that away, right? Especially when like there's people out here that are charging thousands of dollars for not even a fraction of what I give. And as far as like the offer that you got, right? There's a lot to it. So I try my best to be affordable for people that need that, right? But there's only so much that I can do. Like, here's the thing is it's always my knowing and my intention that every person that has ever bought anything from me or did one-on-one with me or anything like that, they get whatever they spend back tenfold. And I have not heard from anyone yet that didn't get that value back in some way. Right? It's not always money. It can be other things, because think about it. If someone comes to me, right, they get whatever service it is. And I've had this happen where they said they didn't, necessarily manifest the money back, but they got their mental health back. And that to them was priceless, right? Or they got the relationship with their sister back, or they got the relationship with their dad back, or, you know, their child started talking. It's not always money, but it's whatever is valuable to them. That's what matters to me, right? It matters to me what is valuable to them. The piece is priceless. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, mental health is health, right? It's the same as physical health. All right, guys. Did anyone in the Alchemist have any questions? If not, I'm going to get off of here. We are over time. I'll put I'll link the replay, because since it's going to be on YouTube, it's just easier for me than uploading it. But I'll link the replay from YouTube onto the post on school for you guys to access it, but it's going to be on YouTube either way. And yeah, I'm going to get off of here. I might go take a break real quick. And if I decide, I don't know if I will, but if I decide, I might come back and just be on YouTube and answer some people's questions on YouTube that I don't know why, but like it's like sometimes people watch me on YouTube and they'll ask me questions and I tell them just join school, and then they never join. It's like it's not even that hard. No questions? Perfect. I'll also post about the multiple revelations too. Yes, please do. I appreciate that. Because this helps other people. It's not just about me. When I ask you guys to post this stuff, it's to help others. Because just as you learn from other people, guess what? They learn from you. It can't just be me here sitting here talking. That's what a community is for. It's about you guys. No questions? Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. I might pop on YouTube. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do it like for my laptop, like what I'm doing right now, or do it from my phone, but I'll figure that out. I will figure it out. If I do it from my phone, I'll use my mics. These are my newer mics, by the way. I like this because it's like there's two little mics in here, and this is the little charger. So I can go between them, and this plugs into the phone. It's like super cool. And as far as I know, the quality from this is much better than my other mics that I had. That's what the feedback that I've gotten. But yeah, I might pop on YouTube. We'll see. But I'm going to go take a break real quick and then decide. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. But either way, I know no matter who's watching this, whether you are in school or you're watching me on YouTube, you guys are about to have an amazing night or morning, whatever time you're watching me. And I already know that's the case for you.